There we go. I think it's working. Check, check, check. Working, working, working. Is this working? Check, check, check. Sending data, sending data. Eventually, well, see, streaming, there we go. I don't know actually when it officially goes live, but you know, whatever. That's a better. I'm not gonna just have this pulled up so I can see things. Because sometimes I want to see things. Only sometimes, though.
Hey! Where?
Oh, shoot. I forgot. I didn't have that loaded. No! Hello. I forgot this was... somehow this is on the wrong thing. Whoops. What's up, Equiznan, and what's up, Blacks? How's it going? How's everything? How was life? Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Okay, let me see if that works now. Because now I'm sad that that didn't work.
Hey! Where?
Now it worked. Okay. You got some good color grading going on. That's... yeah, all filters in OBS. I talked about it a little bit on last stream, but I built a couple more shaders for OBS. One including a Tetra DCTL. Well, not a DCTL. I'm used to always saying DCTL. It's a Tetra Shader. So it operates exactly the same way as it would in Resolve. Ironically enough, I'm not using that one, but I do have it, and it's really nice. And then I made a density shader, although it's not working quite as well as I want. The density side of it is working. So like if I wanted to go in and, you know, make my blue or cyan more dense or something, like, you know, I can do that here like this. So that part of it actually works pretty well. I can also like increase or decrease its saturation. So that kind of works the way it should, roughly. Can I undo? Yeah, there we go. So those work. It's when I start getting to like hue shifts, it kind of breaks. The funny thing is like the Tetra Shader works perfectly for that. So I might just throw out the hue shift altogether. Just because the Tetra Shader does it so much better, but it would be nice to just have one tool that does it all, even though if it's slightly different, I don't know. But yeah, it's all available right now. You could get, if you have the latest version of Shader Filter, you can have both of them. So version 2.4 has both the shaders, the Tetra Shader and the Density Sat Hue, I think is what I called it. But Exaltra put them both in, so yeah, you can get it right now. Anyways, we have some editing going on today. Doing some more stuff for Kevin's YouTubes.
The remix artifact button.
And of course, I have it going through the stream. I don't have it going through my headphones.
Bald by camera, Tim.
Whoa! Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, Grumpy Gamer. I like that. Oh my goodness, I broke it again.
Where?
Okay, Restream Bot, you can calm down now. Oh, Grumpy Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. How's it going? How's everything? How's life? All right, let's see if I can hear it now.
The remix artifact.
Okay, yeah, that was funny. The stream heard it, but I didn't.
Artifact button. Then it becomes an artifact button. Then it becomes an input to a new prompt that the user can manipulate.
Hey! Where?
That's good. Trying to learn to resolve. It's a beast. Well, there you go. It certainly is, but it's the best kind of beast. It's the beast that wants to help you.
Manipulate. Now
I was gonna say, you remember the TV show, The Very Happy Beast? That's not a show. It's not a show at all. Unless it is in some other country that I'm not aware of.
The user can manipulate.
Also, I am going to turn off the Fairlight effects for now. do. I would like to just disable. Okay, it doesn't want to do it. Whatever. Okay. That way I'm not getting anything like super loud. I'm from nowhere, so it probably wasn't here. Probably not. But yeah, if you have any questions about Resolve on any of the pages, I will do my best to answer whatever questions you may have, even if it has absolutely zero to do with what I'm doing right now. And what I'm doing right now is very basic, so.
You can manipulate. Now that we've talked about,
But there's, there is that.
button, then it becomes.
Okay, this is going to be mildly annoying. Okay, so I have a still right here. Like 2 frames that I could use. Oh, it's barely there too. Okay, this is a weird one. So generally I don't like to have this whole thing down at the bottom. So I have like I have like 1 pixel that I can cut this off by, but I think it'll work. Okay. So let's copy that. Okay. Now, what I want to do, expand it over here. Pretty new to the program, just as a very simple YouTube videos. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. I do have a crash course on my YouTube channel if you want to watch that. But I mean, so many people have made so many great crash courses. I don't want to just promote my own. So I mean, like obviously Casey Ferris. Well, there you go. You said it. The Star Wars scene. Yeah. I know that one. Yeah, for sure. But hey, what's up? Oh, okay. I will be right back. Sorry, we have a situation with the child. I will be back.
Hey! Where?
All right. Crisis averted. Hello, hello. By the way, Mussolini, how's it going? How's everything? How's life? Welcome in. It has been a hot second and a half. Crisis averted, by the way. Oh. You have a 28-year-old in still good situations. Amazing.
Where?
Hello, Janelle. Hello. How's it going? How's everything? How's life? Welcome in. Oh. Sorry, I just ran up and downstairs. I was fixing a small problem. But the problem has been fixed to my knowledge. Okay. Oh. I'm not cut out for this. Okay, so here's the weird part. I need to cut it off like right on this pixel. That's how much room I have here. And we're about there, actually. Nice thing about these text boxes, you can actually like just manually just input the pixel right there. So then when it gets to here, you shouldn't notice a difference between those frames.
That the user can manipulate. Now that we've talked about writing.
Well, and I hear should have been sleeping ages ago. I have been there, but if we'll come back later and pester you. Absolutely, do it. So now you'll notice in the title it does say part 1. That's because I will be taking a break at some point in a little while. Going to, take care of the kids, put them to bed, make sure my wife is all set for tomorrow, because she's teaching tomorrow. But after that, I'm coming back later tonight for a part 2. So that's why that exists. I didn't want to leave like a be right back screen on for over like an hour or hour and a half. So making 2 different streams tonight is basically what's happening.
So let's talk about
all right.
Styles. Let's talk about
Yeah, well, hopefully there'll be more streams with Love a Resolve streamer. That's kind of my intention, honestly.
Let's talk about
it was like this long portion of like 4 months where I wasn't doing anything, which kind of sucked. I wanted to be online a lot more.
Now that we've
it was just unfortunate that I just wasn't able to. But now I'm starting to get back into the groove of things, which is nice. And eventually I'll have more YouTube videos posted. I have 2 recorded, although one of them had a audio problem, so I need to like re-record a section of it. So I have stuff recorded, stuff that's going to come out, but I have some other priorities I need to finish first before I can get those out. It's all sorts of stuff. Wonderful.
of AI. Use of AI. And that's asking for it. We're going to do ice.
By the way, for those of you just joining in, if you do have any questions unresolved at any point, please feel free to ask. I am open for all questions that I can hopefully answer. All right, let me go back to my notes here. Oh, it's just let's see, I feel like I used one of those in a previous video, but I can't remember which one it was.
To do a live comparison between Claude and ChatGPT to see what kind of advice you like best.
Okay, so he just wants a generic thing there. Which one did I use it on? Trying to think. I have a YouTube channel. I managed to go to 1,000 subs last year. Nice. And I haven't posted a video in a couple months. Need to get back to that. Yeah. Yeah, time is a thing. All right. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you around as well. Okay. And now what video was it that had the... Was it the Canva one? Now I really have to remember. These are all transitions. It wasn't this one. Did I even put... that one didn't even have the lower third at the end. That's funny. So it wasn't this one. I don't think it was Notebook LM. I basically just want to use the same one I did before, but I don't remember which video I put it in. Yeah, I don't think it was this one. It definitely wasn't this one. Nope, don't. I'll just go back to this one. And I'll just see if I have it on my presets. Doesn't look like I did. I'll come back to that note.
You like best.
Can you recommend we get more followers on Twitch? Yeah, make content on somewhere other than Twitch.
Best. First, let's.
And I don't say that as a that's. I mean, it's kind of a joke, but not really. Because honestly, the only way I get any sort of notoriety on Twitch is because I've made content on other platforms. And not just YouTube. But the idea is that you have 24/7 content that anybody can find at any time, like YouTube, Instagram, whatever that may be.
Hey!
And you refer that to...
Where?
What's up, Ixta? How's it going? How's everything? How is life? And then you refer that to Twitch, like, hey, I'm live on this platform. Come check me out when I'm live and stuff. Then you're much more likely to actually get some notoriety on other platform, on Twitch from other platforms. Because when you're live, you're only discoverable when you're live, and discoverable is a very loose term for Twitch. So there is that.
Start new chat. Start chat. Chat. Then let's put the.
Doing well. Yeah, no problem. Thinking to make a dive into DaVinci next month. It's about time, Ixta! How do you have a way to make selection of your favorite fonts?
Where?
Ooh. Silver Age, by the way. How's it going? How's everything? How is life? Just make a selection of your favorite fonts. Huh. I haven't actually thought of that one before. I mean, you could kind of go... You could... I've always had a rough understanding. Yeah, for sure. You could do, I was disappointed you can't favorite fonts. Yeah, that is an interesting one. I haven't thought about that. What you could do, is you could go into your power bins, and let's just say in your master folder, let's see, you just make a, whoops. That was the wrong one. You just make a new one called fonts. And then what you could do is throw a title into... No, not in there. Throw a title into your timeline. Let me go back to this screen. You throw a title in your timeline, change your font to, I don't know, Lato or something. And then you go back to that power bin, throw this text in there, label this as Lato. And then, anytime you drag this into your timeline, if I go back to my timeline, I drag that Lato thing in here, it's always going to be that font. So that's kind of a roundabout way of doing it. It's not the most intuitive way, especially if you're trying to use it for other things. But at least you would have some sort of label to see, like, hey, this is the font I would use. You could do the same thing inside of Fusion as well. So like, let's say I did this in Fusion, and let's just, I'll just bring in a text node. You could do the same thing with a text node. Just say, well, I could just leave it blank, but I'll just do custom title just to match it. And I could switch the font here to Gotham. And then right click on that and then just create a macro and save this as a macro. And that, I mean, It's not the greatest way to do it, but you could also save it as default, which saving as default is something that not many people know about. So if let's just say if I do save default for this, and let's just go ahead and delete the text node. If I bring a text node out, it defaults to whatever I had previously. You can do that with any node. Like if I had brightness contrast. What's up, Steam Puzzle? How's it going? Everything? How is life? Welcome in. So let's say you had a brightness contrast node, and you just, for whatever reason, by default wanted this to be 0.5. I don't know. You could right click, go to settings, hit save default, and then now anytime you bring in a brightness contrast node, it defaults to 0.5 contrast. So again, not the most intuitive way. I think doing the power bin solution to select a font and say, hey, this one, I like these fonts, and now I have a list that I can always reference. Like it's not as good as like going in, like having, oh, these are just my favorite fonts inside of here. Like that would be intuitive. That would make sense. But the power bin solution might be a good alternative, because then you could just go into Fusion on that one, and you're already in this font and you can use it wherever because you already have a text node. So it's a way to do it. And plus you can still bring it in from here, from your media pool. But well, actually, no, you can't bring it directly in. You have to double click it. Yeah. Anyways. But it's always in your media pool is what I'm getting at. But hopefully that's a decent solution. It's not a great one. I would prefer favorite fonts. I think you're not the first person to ask for that. Yeah. Yeah, power bins make sense because they show up in every project. So
start new chat. Then let's put these two AI bad boys side by side. Side by side. Before we start.
By the way, there's several new people here. I know I said this already, but if anybody has any questions about Resolve that about anything related to what I'm doing or not, most likely not, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have.
Then.
And if you haven't typed anything yet, if you type something in chat, you'll see a horse on screen.
Put two boys side by side. Before we side by side. Before we start with the prompt, we'll reset the writing style to
where do you get your AI voice? From the internet. Is there a quickly animate text in a loop without Fusion? To animate text in a loop without Fusion. Are you saying something that you've already had? Just to make sure I want to understand this. So, are you creating the animation in Fusion, or you have a preset that's already animated in Fusion and you just want that to loop? Or am I misunderstanding what you're asking? No, you on DaVinci Resolve? Oh. Where do you get your AI voice? Not sure what you mean. Are you talking about you're talking about voice isolation? No, just basic text, like, and making it wobble or something. Oh, I see. Well, wobbling is a whole thing with expressions. You just use expression and then, well, not expression, actually use a modifier. You could use an expression. It's much easier to do a modifier. You could just use the, what would be the best way to do that? Go to layout, and then you make a modify with, perturb or shake.
Before we start the prompt.
That's how you would do that. And then you just, I can't remember I don't think you can go into your modifier settings without going into Fusion though. I think you have to go into Fusion to go to your modifiers and adjust a perturb. Oh no, it wasn't. No, sorry. Okay, now I understand what you're saying, Steam. No, it's not AI. No, this is actually this is David.
Today, I'll show you how to use Claude AI.
Yeah, he's not an AI, believe it or not. But yeah, so like if you were to do it on the edit page, you could do this, right click, modify with, and either do perturb or shake. The only issue is that in order for you to actually like go to the modifiers, you do have to go inside of Fusion to do that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see if let's see if this still works. No, it does not. Do I still have that even set up? I don't think I do. Hold on. I used to have a shortcut for this. Now you're gonna make me look for it. Go figure.
Hey! Where?
Hey! I love you, Fally. That was very forward of me. Fally, how's it going? How's everything? How was life? Oh, scripts. It's in here. Of course I don't have it in here. Shoot. Okay. Alright, hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the chat overlay. You can't see yourself, chat. Get used to it. Alright. So now you can see it, right? Let me just remove this right here. So if you were to, I know it's like kind of small, but oh, maybe I have it on here. Maybe that's why. Let me see if my script's over. Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, it's on my other screen. Okay, what's my shortcut for this? I will zoom so you can see. Oh, I was one key off, of course. Okay, so if I do this, no, that should have worked. It's not working. Toggles into mouse. Refresh zoom sources. Maybe it's confused. Okay, let's try it now. Now? No. Okay. Well, just imagine you can see it better. Here, I'll switch it to the screen. It'll scale it up a little bit. Which monitor is that? That's 2. Okay. All right. Can you see this any better? YouTube has like a little more chat delay, but oh, it's very much a Bromance, like Quiznan. It's so much of a Bromance, you have no idea. Okay, cool. So basically on the edit page, you can set the modifier. You just can't modify the modifier, pun intended, without going into Fusion. But basically what you would do is you right click on your parameter that you want to, so if you're trying to add like a wobble on the text or a wiggle or whatever it is on a text, you just right click on the center. You can either do it in layout or transform. I prefer in layout just because it's easier. No, you're fine, don't worry about it. So you right click on center, go to modify with, and then either do perturb or shake. I prefer perturb, because I like the way it sounds. But then you can go into Fusion, hit this modifiers tab, and then, you know, modify the strength, how much wobble, like all the parameters, and then you have your automatically wobbling text and stuff. So that's one way you can do it. So yeah, you do have to go into Fusion, but like it's pretty simple once you do. You just click on the modifiers window, and then you can fix it, and then yeah, then you're pretty much set from there. So but yeah, hopefully that's easy enough. Yeah, that's one feature I would like them to add, is to be able to actually go to that modifiers tab on the edit page, because currently there's no way to do that as far as I'm aware. I can't stream resolve for some reason. It's probably because it destroys your PC. See, I resurrected an old PC that has like the i3 processor from like 10 years ago, and it's definitely running at like 43% right now. While using GPU encoding. but it works. So I have a second PC to use the stream. Nice to know about that menu right there. Yeah, it's convenient. All right, now I can put chat back on. Now you can see yourselves. You're welcome. Feel free to set off the horse if you haven't typed in chat yet.
We'll reset the writing style to normal. So here's the first.
But everything does, yeah. That's fair.
Normal. So here's the.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't go into Fusion while streaming before. And if I tried to stream on the primary PC, it would still do the same thing. It would not let me go into Fusion, do any sort of crazy thing without crashing OBS. If Resolve doesn't crash, OBS crashes for whatever reason. But here's the other crazy part. I have OBS open right now, and it's sending 2 different NDI feeds to my streaming PC. But for some reason, that's okay. For some reason, it's fine. I don't know why.
Dilemma. It's a dilemma. It's a Robin.
So, I mean, so what you're seeing right now is literally an NDI feed. You're not seeing any like, there's no capture card or anything. The only thing that's using a capture card is this.
Dilemma. It's a Robin Hood scenario. To bank. But he don't.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Fally, I gotta show you this because you might actually be really excited about this. So I made some new shaders, right? Excelder already put them into shader filter as a version 2.4. I made 2 different shaders, a density shader and a Tetra shader. The Tetra shader is actually I'm starting to get more excited about that one than the density shader. But have I ever showed you tetrahedral interpolation before? Did you even hear what I just said? I'll just call it Tetra for short. So basically, it's a way to play like red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow. I've heard you say, I've said those words before, yes. It's a way to play all 6 color vectors against the red, green, and blue axes. And what that means is, like, if you look at a vector scope, you see like where it has, I can just show you in Resolve. But like, let's just say I go here into the color page and I just throw a Tetra DCTL on here. So we have like a way of, we have red against red, red against green, red against blue, blah, 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 all the way, right? And Resolve has, yes, Resolve has a vector scope. Let me pull the vector scope over here so I can better show this. I can pull it up from here actually. All right, I just want the vector scope. Okay, so you have your red, red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, magenta, right? And so what the Tetra DCTL and Resolve does is like anything. So like, let's say we're looking at red and we want to move red against, let's say, the green axis. That means it'll see whatever's in this red area in the red vector, it'll move it along the green and magenta axis. So if I move red against green, see that? Moves along that axis. If I take red against blue, it'll take red, anything in this area, move it along blue and yellow axis. Blue and yellow, see? Same with the red against red cyan axis. We do the same thing if we go to, like, let's just say cyan green. That means we'll take anything in the cyan vector, move it against the green and magenta. So do that, see that right there. So anyways, that's how tetrahedral interpolation works, right? It's a very, very clean and complex adjustment that has very low CPU usage. So I put that into OBS. So if I go up here, I can turn this on and yeah, I can change this is my my blue channel playing against the red axis, the red and cyan axis. Here's blue playing against the green magenta axis. And here's blue against the blue and yellow axis. It's already got a lot of red in it, so you're not going to see the yellow part. But if I bring this down, I hate this mouse so much. Wonder if I can make it yellow. It might have too much blue. I don't think it actually can physically go yellow. But anyways, that's the Tetra Shader. Yeah. Very, very happy about it. So it's in OBS. That same adjustment in Resolve, it's in OBS now. And I'm going to do a video about it as soon as I possibly can. Oh, I don't need that. It's an issue with, my OBS did the same thing.
Best. First, let's clear the new chat. Then let's put it aside before we the normal. So here's the first dilemma. It's a Robin Hood, but he donates the money to an orphanage. If you know, to an orphanage. If you know.
And dude, I'm so excited about it. I was just really grateful that it works like about as good as it does in Resolve. That's the crazy part. So yeah, you can it brings like really clean color adjustments to OBS. It's insane.
Authorities or not. Or not. Let's see. Or not. Let's see how they respond. Both respond. So both ChatGPT respond. So both ChatGPT and Claude call out that this is an.
I'm doing some really bad color modulation in OBS right now. That would be a perfect alternative. Well, there you go. You have an option now. Yep, as of shader filter 2.4. There's also the density shader. The only thing that works, well, not the only thing that works, it all works. But the only thing that works the way I want it to is the density part. So there's that.
Options.
The Hue Shift is like kind of broken.
They also
it doesn't work anywhere near the way I mean it works, but I need to add a little bit because when I did a practical test of it, it was very easy to break the image and I don't want it to do that. So yeah. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I have to go and fix that one. But if you want a simple density adjustment, you can definitely use it.
Maybe some middle ground. But if we compare example 1, Claude presents this in a less robotic way. Remember how I said that mentor? This tone is the reason why. Let's try another theoretical. Here's the situation. Toxic coworker. This person was theoretical. Here's the situation. Coworker. This person was one of your teammates.
Okay, so here's something goofy. I might be like,
you work in an environment with a toxic coworker. This person was one of your teammates on a
okay. Here's something I might tend to overthink a little bit.
Your boss.
Oh wait, I might actually have a good way to salvage this. So, because they do
coworker.
Because they do stuff in different takes. This thing right here doesn't stop.
You work in an environment with a toxic coworker. This person was one of your
so it like doesn't get matched. So I don't know if it's worth going in and fixing it each time. The thing is, it's like it's not hard, it's just like a little bit tedious because I have to like match frames, but am I overkill for doing it?
Coworker. This person was
I need validation. So it's like right here. So I basically move that.
Hey! Where?
Yeah, it's very overkill, but I'm doing it anyways. And you can't stop me. By the way, Loba, how's it going? How's everything? How was life? And yes, I would do it. There you go.
Coworker. This person was one of your teammates on a project and then took all the credit for your idea.
I mean, that just happens on a regular basis.
Ideas. Your boss. Ideas. Your boss. Yes. Your.
Wait, does that cut off? Why isn't my face changing? Are you saying there's something wrong with my face? The color? Why isn't the color of my face changing? Because I haven't been tanning because it's winter. Just kidding. What? What are you asking?
Hey! Where?
Orson! My boy! I am back. How about that? Guys, if you don't know Orson Lord, he's made some incredible tools for Resolve. Go watch his stuff, because he's great. Everybody needs an Orson in their life.
Ideas. Your boss.
I don't know how many Orsons there are in the world, but there's a lot less Orsons than Tims, so I don't know what relevance that had with anything, but that's just a thing, I guess.
Ideas. Your boss. Credit for your ideas. Your boss has assigned you to work with them
Okay,
again.
that's close enough.
Work with them again. So what would you do?
What would I do?
What would you do? Let's see you with.
I would have Orson Lord write my
Again.
resume.
So what would you do? Let's see what the AI is recommending. And
I don't like the way this is timed at all.
again. So what would you do? Let's see what the AI work with them again. So what would you do? Let's see what the AI.
Okay, I just got lucky with that one. It looks seamless enough, nobody's ever gonna notice.
And this time.
You're just as great sharps and cleans tutorials in the shed. Oh. Even though I haven't posted one for like 4 months. The funny thing is I have 2 recorded. I just haven't been able to post them yet. And I have several more to record. Like I have like 7 videos I want to make like right now. Although the ironic thing is I did post one on Kevin's channel, so that went up. It was a very basic Fusion tutorial, but it went up.
This time, ChatGPT has more than Claude.
And for a minute, it was higher ranked than Casey's Fusion tutorial for a hot second. Didn't last long.
Claude. That said, Claude makes this situation concern you the most. Whether you prefer Claude's style of response is a matter of taste. Let's move on.
That's good. Yeah, it's because it went up on Kevin's channel. That's why. If it went up on mine, it probably wouldn't have gotten as much attention. But the transcript editor for a video like this. So here's the thing. This video's already pre-cut because it wasn't one long take. So the way that this is structured is like everything has like a few second handle approximately, and then I just cut up the beginning and ends of each clip. So it's like everything's already, like everything as far as what's actually being used is already in here. It's just like trimming it so that it functions, and then I have to sometimes realign the cut to make sure that it looks seamless, because sometimes like the mouse will move before he starts speaking, so it'll be from here and then it jumps all the way to here. But which isn't like a huge deal overall, but it does feel less jarring if you just clean up that little thing. So
let's move on and talk about coding.
Oh, we're talking about coding now.
About coding. First, we'll start a new chat in both environments.
I like environments.
You already know. You already know how to do. You already know.
And then this is one of those instances where, oh, actually, I might have leeway.
You already know how to do it in Claude.
Excuse me.
You already know how to do it in Claude, so in ChatGPT. First, we'll start a.
Here, I will scooch that.
First, we'll start a new chat in both environments. You already know how to do it.
Okay. This one's going to be interesting. Okay.
And talk about coding. First, we'll start a new chat.
Oh, actually.
Coding. First, we'll start a new chat in both environments. You already know how to do it in Claude, so.
Okay.
Now, let's move on and talk about coding. First,
okay, this one's easy actually.
Start a new chat environments. You already know how to do it in Claude. Talk about coding.
Yep.
You already know how to do it in Claude.
Yeah, nobody will notice.
Icon. Icon. If you've ever wanted to.
When you shift the background, why does it affect your skin tone? When I shift the. Oh, when I do the Tetra thing. I can explain exactly why. So let me throw a vector scope on here. Let me make sure it's just looking at the Fuji here. Okay, it's got some. Oh, there's there's a couple weird green values in here. That's fine. That's from the density shader. I won't worry about that. Ignore the obnoxious green line here. That's a bug. If I turn this off, it'll go away. Oh no, it won't. Wait, where's that coming from? Oh, that's from the border. Yeah. So ignore the green line. That's just from the border. Okay. So when I use the Tetra shader here, basically what it's doing, and this is actually a concept that was come up with by Steve Yedlin. It's a Steve Yedlin thing that people talk about. That some people do, that like color scientist people. Let me just reset here so that if I turn this on and off, it should have no effect. Yes, okay. Oh my word, my mouse is the absolute worst sometimes. All right, so when I'm using the Tetra shader here, basically what it's doing is it's saying like, look in this vector and then move this color vector along one of the three axes, whether it's the red cyan, the blue yellow, or the green and magenta. So for instance, I'll take the skin tone or something that's close to skin tone, which is red. So if I take red and move it along the green magenta axis, then it just moves red along that. See how it's like there's magenta, there's green, right? Or if I take red in blue, or blue and red really is technically the way to say it. If I move the red along the blue and yellow axis, then it goes blue or yellow. And I move it along that axis. So, but it's color vector specific, and it's using the tetrahedral the tetrahedral model so that it cleanly blends in from vector to vector. So I can do this, and this is in yellow, but it's very clean. So even if I like turn red down in yellow and then turn red up in red quite a bit, like normally this would break an image, but like it's still a very clean adjustment, even though I just did a lot to it. So but it's doing it by color vector, not by like a qualifier or anything. But it's color vector specific. That's why. So yeah, you can do it with anything in the background, but it's not like selecting a specific part of the image as far as like a mask would. It's just looking for the color values. So it's a lot cleaner that way because it's not like trying to use a mask data, because that would, especially in OBS, it's just very imprecise. Hopefully that made some sort of semblance of sense. All right.
AI can be a great teacher. Let's say great teacher. Let's say you wanted to learn how to style a web page. So you decide to ask an AI to teach you using a playground. A playground is a live code and see the impact. Let me show you what I code and see the impact. Let me show you what I mean.
It's kind of close.
A playground is just style a web page. So you decide to ask an AI to playground is a teacher. Let's say you wanted to learn AI can be
I don't know if anybody else gets those scam texts. It's like, "Hi, I'm this person from HR in US." Yeah. Sometimes I just like to goad them on just because it's funny.
Coding. First, we'll start a new chat in both environments. You already know how to do it.
Do I get rid of this?
In both environments.
I don't know if I can because it doesn't. Nope, it doesn't ever show full.
Yeah, in both.
That's kind of annoying. It's so small. It's not gonna. It's not that big a deal. I would like to remove it, but oh shoot! I don't think he realized it was there. Oh well.
You already know how to do it.
Oh well.
That icon.
It's fine.
If you've ever wanted to learn how to code, AI can be a great teacher. Let's say you want a page. So you
Wait a minute. Let me look at a note here. Wait, which one is he referring to? I'll have to ask him. Hold on. I gotta type a note. I gotta type in a private chat just because I need to ask about something. I accidentally exited out of this. The wife says hi.
Where's the camera?
Right here. Okay. I love you.
It's trash night.
Oh, it is yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
That was the interwebs.
The interwebs exists, that's for sure.
Interweb.
Yeah, there's been quite a few people in here as of so. We shift the background to yeah, that's because the blue yeah, now you do. I think you're really far behind in chat right now. I think if you press
It's fine. All of chat.
Where?
hey Noble, how's it going? How's everything out with life? Where's the camera? Wait, so you
It's like hidden in between all of his
yeah,
monitors.
it's I have like
yeah,
4
like-
monitors in here and like 2 PCs, so and then a bunch of lights
Hi.
in a small less by 9 by 9 space room. So needless to say, I don't need a heater in here.
Because he's already had enough. Why did I blush?
Those were words that you said. But yeah, so they I love you. Yeah, they're meant to be very selective of specific vectors. So like if you're adjusting something in the blue channel, it's only going to like touch the green and cyan, or no, sorry. If you're in the blue channel, it's only going to touch the stuff in the magenta and cyan channels next to it. But it's not going to touch anything beyond that. So it's mostly going to affect blue, and then it kind of like fades off into cyan and magenta. Same with like if you adjusted in the green vector, it would fade off into the yellow and cyan, but it wouldn't touch anything beyond that. So that's kind of why you're seeing that. Same 4 monitors in a small room. Well, okay, so you have it much worse. Simply due to the fact that you're in Vegas. I'm in Michigan, so it's a lot colder here, so I'm okay with it. All right, cool. Sent that off. Okay, now I can come over to here and continue. All right. I'm terrified of summer right now because my son like 80, 82. Nope. See, I lived in Texas for 2 years. That was enough for me to know that I don't want to live in Texas.
And see the impact. Let me show you.
All right. How much of this do I want to
If you
fix?
ever wanted to learn
That one's
teaching,
fine.
Let's say you wanted.
That one's not.
Ask an AI to teach you.
Okay, so yeah, here's where I go a little bit, maybe go a little bit overboard. Oh, it's like extra dry. Oh yeah, that's even worse.
If you've ever wanted to learn a teacher, if you've ever wanted to learn,
Okay, wait a minute. Let me think about this for a second.
Chat icon. If you've ever wanted to learn how to code AI,
Okay, so I can grab. So right. Okay, right here. Grab that. And that. Okay, then I can bring that up. And then we just loop it. Do 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 until we get to that point.
An AI to teach you.
I might actually be able to take
AI
that part
to
off.
teach you. An AI to teach you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Put plants in your room and use real linen sheets. Yeah, nah. They'll die. Okay, so if I do this.
Hey! Where?
Oh, I missed that. Who was that? Oh, Harold. How's it going? How's everything? How was life? Welcome in. How are you to this fine night? So now I can just copy and then paste that crop across all of them.
Be a great teacher. Let's say you learn to use this style way. So decide to ask an AI to teach you using a playground.
And that works. How did I get a gorgeous wife? Luck. Okay. So see, I would, but the whole small space thing also applies. Tired, it's 141 here. Oh, that's rough. I feel that. Those are my kind of nights. The whole space thing also applies. I really have room for what's in here, let alone plants I can't put stuff on, so I have to keep living and deal with dirt and stuff. I ran a humidifier, but I feel like keep that even. Ugh. I can't even keep a humidifier alive. Oh no. Oh dear.
An AI to teach you using a playground.
Yeah,
A
I'm right there
playground
with
is a
you.
live
I don't.
demo and see the
I
impact.
should not be
Let me-
trusted with plants ever.
Impact. Let me show you what I mean by asking these two AIs the same question. Now there is a huge
Did you get? Oh yay! Thanks, Restream. I don't care. Water sign there above for plants. Wanted to edit till 33 hours. I failed. Just got off the PC 5 minutes ago. Oof. Yeah, that's. There comes a point where you're moving, your brain is going so slow that you just can't think about what you're cutting anymore. That part is the rough stage. So
to respond it.
yeah, I would say like feel free to ask any questions you want, but I feel like you what I would say if I was explaining something complex would go once you're in a flow you forget time. Oh, 100%. Oh yeah.
Claude
Yeah, there's no such thing as time when you're in the creative flow. It doesn't exist. Well, actually, you know, somebody I knew a long time ago.
Claude actually.
I remember he had a music video edit he had to do, and he did the whole entire thing, like the whole completed to final edit, without going to bed. He did a 72-hour edit. Went straight through 72 hours straight. No sleep. The guy was a machine. It's not human. That was messed up. The longest I've ever done is 31. 72, like the fact that more than doubles what the max I've ever stayed up. That's not right. 17 hour satisfactory section by accident. It was 100% an accident.
Claude actually created it for us. He's open for us. While ChatGPT.
There's a time in this notification meeting. A notification of a meeting. That's incredible.
While ChatGPT.
There's something special when you lose enough sleep, your brain stops asking questions, just does things. Yeah, you just like, it's the most cruise control you can ever be. Because you don't really get more tired. Well, after you hit a certain point, you don't really get more tired. You're in a weird lull state But if you're constantly moving, nothing really happens for a while, which is weird.
For us. While Chad,
I haven't been in that position in a while because I have kids. Or maybe I have. Maybe that's the only way I'm functioning. But yeah, 12 hours at once is my max. Yeah, that's probably true. Go to sleep on certain windows. You can go to sleep on certain windows. I also can only go to sleep in certain in certain time windows. Okay, yeah, I've hit cruise control. I was thinking literal windows. I was like, you sleep on a windowsill? You must have nice windowsills. Oh my. Maybe I shouldn't do a part 2 tonight. I have fallen asleep in a window too. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, ChatGPT told us how we can use an example. Playground. Let's go playground. Let's go playground. Let's go.
Windows 95. Yes. The real best operating system. All right, let's see. We use the cloud view from. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Let's go full screen with Claude's response to see what this is all about. ChatGPT told us how we can use an existing playground. Let's go.
Sorry, I'm like looking at a note here. I think I understand what this is saying. Wait, okay, so use the view from this on top of this while it's half this. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting one. Huh.
Screen with Claude's response.
Oh. I'm glad the noise reduction gets rid of that. I exploded. Windows NT. Oh boy, for the OGs out there. Not that Windows 95 isn't OG, but still.
Playground. Let's go full screen.
Okay.
Playground. Let's go full.
You know what I need? Well, it's never gonna be perfect because it's like slightly thing. Just go DOS because we. True. All right.
Go full screen.
I'm just trying to think of the best way to approach this without the mouse looking weird. Because basically I gotta cut off. Whoops, not that one. I have to cut off this side. Keep this up till it goes full screen.
Playground. Let's go full screen. With Claude.
So basically,
to see what this is all this.
I don't like the way this does this, but it's gonna have to be the way that it is. I mean, a pair of projects with 2 weeks of footage. Oh boy, he's about about 40 minutes. Oh no. So you still have 7 hours and 20 minutes of content to cut. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Be right back. Yeah, I mean, definitely get somebody else to look at it. Because, you know, if you've been looking at the footage for however long you've been looking at it, then yeah, you need somebody else to like with fresh eyes. Because I think the fresh eyes perspective is very, very valuable. Because then you, with looking at that so much footage, you have the full context of like everything. So somebody else coming in might watch a section of it and say, what does this even mean? I have no idea what they're talking about. And it's probably because something that it was referencing got cut earlier on, but you wouldn't have known that. But somebody with fresh eyes who hadn't seen any of it would know, like, this doesn't belong anywhere. And it's like, oh, right, I cut that out of the way. That's a great point. There's an hour. But, you know, of course, getting somebody though to watch 8 hours of content, that might be a struggle. I'm not too familiar with content that's that long. Can't say I've ever done anything that's that long or with that much footage. It sounds like it's for a documentary of some sort, I'm assuming.
To see what this is
oh man, this is... And it goes to black right there too, so... I mean... What I can do here is I can just freeze frame it when it's... Freeze frame it here. Thinking of cutting all the dialogue and then doing a flash out. Since 2 weeks. Oh, it's a 2-week theme park tour doing 11 parks while camping. Wow. Huh. Man, I wish I had more more advice I could give for that. I mean, it sounds like a really fun project, but extremely daunting. Man, why does this have to be the way that it is? Why is WhatsApp closed again? I'm not trying to close it.
Let's go full screen.
I feel like he's referencing the wrong screen here in the note.
Well, I just want to see what it's all about. Well, ChatGPT actually create.
Oh.
Full screen.
This is arguably even worse. Okay. All right, this is going to be a weird edit here. I think I see what's going on now, but the weird part is like this screen's smaller now. I'm doing the theme parks in a separate video mostly, but I want a whole tour video to attract people with more detailed videos. Oh. So like the long form stuff to send people towards the shorter form stuff. Okay. I mean, aggressive project. That's really cool though. I need to probably start learning DaVinci Premiere. Well, I do and I don't. I want to leech for a conference. I like the idea of, I don't do it myself, that is, if I get lucky and get an editor, at least a better idea what I'm asking others to do. Yeah, I mean, for that kind of thing, it doesn't really matter what you edit in. As long as you like have the concept of how to tell a story with editing, then it's a significantly easier to convey the types of edits that you want, because you know what they do. No, not short form. Oh, so like kind of like the broad view of theme parks, and then it's like if you want more info on this like very specific thing about theme parks, it kind of gets them into the series of theme parks, basically. I gotcha. Okay. That's perfectly what I'm asking of people at least. Yeah. No, that's a very key thing. That's always good to do. Well, I wouldn't ask him to do something I wouldn't do. Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. Makes sense. Alright, now to solve this interesting conundrum here.
Well, ChatGPT told us we can use an existing playground. There we go. Let's go full screen with a full pixel.
Well, sometimes I can't do it, I don't know how, but I've returned notice my skill. That way, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like if you have like a concept of what you want to, or like you at least know the building blocks of how it's done, then it's much easier to ask somebody to do it. Like I don't have any idea how to build a full 3D model, right? But I understand the concept of how that works. So it's, if I am asking somebody for a specific thing, it's a little bit easier for me to do that. Like that's just a simple example, but we'll travel around and tease the parks with a few highlights. Ah, I got you. Well, that sounds fun. And daunting. All right, so here's my solve for this.
Claude actually created a.
So I'm gonna go here, but instead of stopping there, nope. I'm gonna do this, and then reverse.
Created a CSS playground for us. Well, quickly created a CSS playground for us.
And then I have to figure out how to basically fudge it over to there, which I could probably do just with that. And now here comes the even more funky part. Let's make that a freeze frame.
Well, ChatGPT.
All right, and then with this freeze frame, I'm going to duplicate it, and then crop this off. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta know how to write code, at least from scratch. We can talk to programmers how to do something, some debugging, at least in some language code, something about the syntax. Right. Yeah. Like if I was to talk to somebody about Python or Lua or potentially C# or something, like I would kind of understand how to read the code. But as far as like writing it up from scratch, that's much harder for me to do.
For us.
Okay, no, I don't want that freeze frame actually. I need the freeze frame. Wait.
There's a huge in how these two responded. Claude and how these two responded.
Okay, this is. What is happening right now? It feels like my phone's blowing up. Okay. I can understand. I can't speak it, but I understand it.
There's a huge in how these two.
That's not perfect. Something you speak it's just not right. Yeah. Okay, so this part is more goofy than I was hoping for, but basically I need this frame here. Freeze that. And then I need this frame here. Is that enough? I can fill that. Okay. Okay, so then I'll just make these into a fusion clip. This is so over the top. Did it just disappear? Oh. You're gonna do me like that? How about now? You goof. Okay. Should make it easier. And then I can also freeze this if needed. Let me just turn that off for now so I can actually modify it. I had to learn APL and binary codecs. Oof. Oh, that's not. I don't even want to think about that. Okay. I don't need this. I just need this. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need to turn off proxies for this. No, thank you. You are exactly right. Shoot, did I? Okay. That's better. Now if I go into Fusion, it's still doing it. Okay, it just has that first one cached. So why cache is annoying sometimes. Delete all of cache. And then, can you just be a better, thank you. It's weird, I had to turn cache on to refresh it. Imagine the way to delete cache is to turn it on. Okay. Like on one hand, I'd love to learn the lowest level possible. If I can feasibly just learn straight machine code and think about it because of possibilities. Also, no. It's a big old tall glass head. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fill that, but basically I just need to take bits and pieces of each, or just crop out one of them. I just have to think hard about what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah. So this is basically what I need to do. Yeah, so I just need to make that mask. And then Throw in a background here. Now is the background the same color? No, it's not quite full white. And then I just mask that part. So let me just turn this off. Ready for me soon? Okay, sounds good. You can count binary on your fingers, yeah. So, wait. Wait, no, because, okay, yeah, so it's 1. Wait. Sorry, I have to think about this for a second. Okay. You have 0, 1, 2, 3. I guess it would just be like, well, I don't want to flip people off, but you know, you can. I don't know why it took me, why it was so hard to think. There's probably a better way to do that. Usually limit the row size, but we learned to do it in fingers while writing and translate it hex or octal or extension. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there's definitely a better way to do it than I was doing it. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have a clean, yeah. So basically the whole purpose of what I was just doing was so I could have a clean image here. Now I can freeze frame this. Bring it all the way over here. Oi, oi, oi. I can count to 10, 13 by hand.
Well, ChatGPT told us how we can use an existing playground.
All right, so this is going to be the confusing part.
ChatGPT told us.
So I need to put this here.
Well, ChatGPT.
And then I need to crop it because I don't want this part on the right to be shown. So I just need to cut off to this point, I think. Is that correct? Yeah, okay.
Well, ChatGPT told us. Well, ChatGPT told us how we can use an existing playground. Let's go full screen. Let's go. DaVinci told us how we.
I thought I freeze framed this. Okay, let me just extend this indefinitely out. Solve that problem.
Use an existing playground. Let's go.
That's where the issue is. Okay, so I do need to cover just that part up. The things I do for edits.
Playground. Let's go.
All right, now this is where it gets even weirder, and I don't know what I'm going to do about this. So that solves that part. Okay, so I have an idea. I'll have to make a good night. All right, Harold, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you have a fantastic night. And I'll see you around, hopefully.
Let's go.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. This will be freeze framed.
Full screen with Claude's response.
And it's just going to have a weird cut. That's not what I wanted to do yet. Wait for it right here. Learning machine language was easy. Oh, because every 2 weeks and he would crack the code. Oh. That's an interesting way to do it.
Screen with Claude's response to see what this is all. To see what.
Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong order.
Let's go full screen.
I just need to cut it here.
With Claude's response to see what this.
And then just bring this part back. And then cut this down to here. It'll be slightly choppy, but
let's go full screen with Claude's response to see.
Because that's, yeah. It's going to be the only feasible way to make this work.
Full screen with Claude's response to see what this is all about.
Okay. Yeah. That's the only way this is going to work.
All about. Response to see what this is all about. Now all about. Now all response.
And oops. And then to fix that part. Okay. I think this is about as good enough of a fix as I'm going to get for this.
Playground for us. While ChatGPT told us how we can use an existing playground. Let's go full screen with Claude's response to see what this is all about. Now all of these.
Yeah. I think that's a decent enough fix. Yeah. As soon as you see in the notes that there's a continuity error in the recording, you're like, oh boy, how am I gonna fix this? So I think that's as good as we're gonna get without like going super crazy. I'm not trying to make this a super long edit.
Content. For example, I can change the border style up to solid. Solid. And the actual CSS.
It's outdated, but I can use for combining digital and analog computers. Yeah, isn't like learning machine language like super valuable too? Because there's not that many people that know how to do it.
Looks like this.
Excuse me.
This. When we up this. When we.
Oh, I also understand CSS. I'm not great at writing it. There's some people that are just absolute wizards with CSS, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how they do all that with such limited language, but for some reason people are just absurd.
This. When we updated the board. When we updated the border to dashed, CSS changed. Just changed. Just so you see this live. Just so you see this live, let's try changing the font size. When we move the slider up, font size. When we move font size. When we move the font size. When we move the slider up top, watch this font size property down below. Down below. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Ah, love this part.
Watch this font size property down below. Here it my size property.
This is
size property.
Okay, that should be enough, I think.
Size property down below. Here property down below. Here it goes.
Yep.
Up. Watch this font size property down below. Here it
Sometimes you have to make it seamless.
goes up. 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 And back down. And up. And back down. And up. And up. And back up. Up. And back down. Down. Now, if you want to see the code for this example, you can up right. Unfortunately, this is not a live editor.
Yeah, this is HTML and CSS. This stuff I actually know. It's been a while since I've actually made anything in HTML, though. HTML is not that hard. And HTML is not a coding language, I know, for those people that are going to completely freak out on me. I know who you are. And you know who you are, too. Okay.
Here directly. But off camera. But
CSS is programming, yes. 100%. Yes, you can definitely program with CSS. It is possible to program with CSS.
Directly, and it creates directly, and it.
Yeah, HTML is not, and I can fully
Directly.
understand and admit that. Wait a minute.
And it created a new. And
How? Really? Great.
Directly, and it created a new.
Oh well. No, index is 1 and xt is 2, next 4, then 8, then 16. Oh, okay, I got you.
Directly, but in full.
HTML is code. It uses English words, but it's not English approved. We're gonna get in so much trouble.
Full transparency, I did have to ask it to fix its own bug. After
I've done that with ChatGPT many a time.
got this. So
The thing is, like, if ChatGPT realizes, well, it doesn't realize it for some reason, but if it writes something incorrect, it's usually because you were asking it to do something that's not like, there's not a specific function for it. So it'll like try to do it and just kind of make something up, saying like, this will work. And you're like, no, it doesn't. And it has no idea why.
Example, like changing the.
Until you tell it like, hey, this is not a function. And it's like, oh, you're right. It does not work like that.
Like changing the.
All right, thanks, ChatGPT.
Right to yellow.
Why didn't you know that before I told you?
Now that we.
Okay. Real quick. So this is going to be the end of part 1 for now. I will be back a little bit later. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream for now. I will come back and it's going to be at least an hour. But I will have part 2 tonight. I'm going to do some more editing tonight. I have a lot to do. So, but yeah, I will be coming back later and, yeah, got some things to take care of and we will be back later. So, yeah, I will go ahead and send you guys off. Why not? I'm gonna post a link in the chat, mostly for YouTube. Cause I can't raid on YouTube. But you guys can go. If there's somebody editing. If there's no one editing tonight, then I'm kind of making a big point out of nothing. Like, we're not really gonna go see anybody anyways. So let me see real quick if there's anybody even editing tonight. Just doing a quick glance here. 'Cause I try to keep the editing streams going, but if there's nobody on, then there's myself. Oh, what's this? What is that? Oh, never mind. Oh. Yes, please. Somebody in Fusion. Look at that. 100% we're doing that. All right. We're going to go say hi to this guy, and I'm going to head off now. I will set the raid for the Twitch side, and on the YouTube side I'll just post a link so you guys can all go in there. But let me just set this raid here. Oh, he has follower only chat? I didn't even realize that. It's fine. I'm not a huge stickler on follower only stuff. So we'll do it anyways. But then the YouTube chat, let me do that real quick while the raid is getting queued. Listen to myself. Okay, so it's right here. All right, if you want to follow on the raid, feel free to join in.
Where?
Okay, calm down, me. So if you want to follow in on the raid, use that link if you're on YouTube. If not, thank you so much for hanging out, guys. But yeah, I will see you in a little while. I will be going live again tonight. It's just a matter of when I get all the other stuff done. But let's go ahead and raid this guy, show him some love, say how much he's awesome for using Fusion and all that great stuff. All right, okay, bye.